But this is a really nice bike for doing this. It's actually a really nice camera setup as well. Really liking the mic. Oh, it's such a good bike. Caught that on camera. Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Mark and I tinker with bikes and occasionally get to ride them too. Today I've got another Cove for you, and yes, it is that model. I know I can't put it in the title of the video, but maybe I can say it. Handjob. Anyway, this is a Canadian made bike from the mid 2000s. It's steel and it's awesome. I've already built one up, my pink one, as a 1x12 hardtail, so I want to do something a bit different with this one. I had no specific plan in mind, but because I had a random Kona P2 fork lying around and a little bit of 10-speed XT, I thought I'd build the base around that. I didn't want to go 1x again, so I grabbed a front derailleur. Decided I wanted to go mullet, so I grabbed 27.5 front wheel and began the build. My other build has an awesome Columbus steel frame with a beautiful vibrant pink paintwork. It's pretty close to perfect, but this one is a little bit more beat up. There are stone chips all over the bike and the bottom of the down tube has a small dent, but as you'll see at the end, it's not staying clean for long, so a few chips and scratches aren't anything to worry about. As usual, I'm starting with a bit of a clean, a wipe down with some muck off, a light polish with some T-cut, and to finish off a bit of ceramic spray. As this is a new frame to me, when I get around to installing the bottom bracket, I'll also clean the threads out, and when the rear derailleur goes on, I'll also check the alignment of the hanger. If you're building up a frame with an unknown history, it's definitely always worth checking the hanger. If it is bent, it can really frustrate things when you get round to dialing in those gears. Mine was slightly out, and because the bike is steel, I could bend it back into shape, but I only tried that with steel. I'm just going to let the build do the talking now, but I'll catch you at the end for a roundup. That works. That should hopefully be just enough. There's no gap at the top. 125. That should be good, I think. That's a little out. 115. 120. 135. Yeah, nice little bent there, I think. Yeah. Where's the 125. 120. 120. That was dirty. That's what you meant to have. Check the size. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's right. Ooh, these don't look good. They're worth a try though. They're worth a try. isn't it? One, two, I don't know what just fell off then. So I'm just going to reach around you. Put the brake on. Okay. What is it? Oh, it's that. I was like, what is that sound? I guess we go this way. Not entirely sure where the trails go. Let's follow this one. See where it goes. Oh God. We go this way. No, I'm not going to go fast because I don't know the trails. And I am clipped in. Which I can see. Kind of going wrong. Oh, yeah, there's some decent trails around here. I'll have to come back. a different bike. I might have to back at the entrance. Okay, so after almost 300 miles on the bike so far, here's what I can tell you. I love this build. It's quickly become my favourite bike to jump on and go for a ride, but it has had a few changes already. Being honest, I think I messed up on the first ride. Coming home from work, I managed to spin the non-drive side crank and strip the threads. The adjuster was missing and the bolts were loose, so I think I may have forgotten to do something up. That cost me a new crankset. After that, I replaced the original 38 tooth outer ring with a brand new 40 tooth. The original didn't look too bad, but it was worn enough to slip under pressure, and one of those times was kind of dangerous. In theory, the 40 tooth shouldn't work because the double came with 3 specific combinations, but I'm using a triple front derailleur, so it doesn't seem to have an issue dealing with the 2 extra teeth. After it was fitted, it's running smooth. Those Clark's brakes, I'm not sure what's happened to them, but they are bad. Perhaps they just need a bleed, but after nearly 300 miles, the rear brake lever touches the bars. The pads look fine, so some air must have gotten in the system somehow. Here's a tip too. Just because you have 2 of the same model frame from the same era, don't assume the seat posts are the same. My other Handjob has a 26.8mm seat post, so I bought one for this, and it kept slipping down. After I measured it, I realised it needed 27.2mm. I've got an Alpina post in there for now, but maybe I'll fit a short travel dropper in the future. Apart from that, I've switched the rear wheel to a Hope Pro 2 with a nice wide sun rim, switched out the top cap to represent my local shop, and threw in some green bolts. I still might throw on some more green, but as she stands, I love it. The weather is warming up, and now I've built this bike, I'm really pumped to do some longer XC rides and explore a bit more. With the rigid Mullet setup, I'm finding it quick on and off-road, and with the bigger tyres and wider rims, it's pretty comfy too. That's all for today, so I hope you enjoyed the build. If you want to see more, subscribe and stick around, and I'll catch you in the next one.